Good evening, chaps and chapettes. Roggor here, and welcome back to Baruk-Gunud. Last time, well, things didn't open particularly well for our little threesome. Well, there was a foursome. Frickin' niece is currently rotting over here. Not doing especially well considering he was our farmer. Thankfully, however, the end of last episode, we had these tribespeople, humans, but, you know, don't hold that against them. Not their fault. Came up and we managed to do a decent amount of trading with them. We actually managed to get some weapons, which means we should be able to defend ourselves relatively well, considering we lost Nice to our first ever raid, which was one bloke with an axe, and yeah, didn't really go as well as I thought. But we have got another caravan coming down here, elves this time, and I don't know what the faction relation between the two is. I'm kind of hoping that they're gonna fight each other, because that means I can then pick up all the bits and bolts which are left after the fight, and that'll give me a massive boost to begin with. Right, come in the corner, and nah, nothing, just a lot of excuse me, pardon me coming through. God damn it. Okay, so we've done a little trading with the dwarves and elves here, who continually keep walking into our bedroom waking us up, but there's a lot more of them than us. However, we have done a bit more trading with them, and we have finally, as you can see down here, gotten our first weapons, proper weapons. I honestly thought those tribal humans managed to save us giving us those bows, but yeah, guns. This is a Rimworld, you need the guns. Now this is interesting. We've got a Thrumbo in the area. This is one of the rarer animals you get in the Rimworld. It's actually its own little event all by itself, because they are one of the strongest creatures in the game, and if you can manage to tame them, they give the best fur, and when they die, that little horn that's on his head is worth a ton of cash. Oh, for the love of God, Randy. Now we have a blight on our crops. Literally the only thing that's going to keep us alive. Right, okay, emergency farming, guys. Well, overall the blight wasn't too bad. We did lose a fair amount of crops, but we saved most of them. Didn't manage to get any food out of it, however, and that is our primary concern. Blimey, did we send out invitations before we turned up in this freaking place or what? Because now we got the bloody androids turning up here. This is a mod I've got running, make it a bit more sci-fi, give some freaking Crichtons and C-3POs knocking around, so to speak. One thing else, but seriously, how many is that? 5? 6? We haven't even been going that long. We've only been here for about 16 days. Well, that was a very, very interesting trade indeed. As can probably be expected, the androids, well, they're selling androids, so does this make them slave traders? Either way, we have traded Bruno the bear for Oscar, number 92, the construction drone. So essentially what we've done is we just bought a colonist. Welcome aboard, you poor bastard. What can you do? Okay, so he's not very intellectual. Obviously he's very good at construction. It's quite literally what he was built for. Simple-minded. Okay, that's good. He's not going to be a great conversationalist, but he ain't going to break too easily. Also is a cannibal. But does that mean he eats robot parts, or no? Either way, it says they're human meat, but oh, we just bought a cannibal robot. Oh dear. And also the first thing the robot does is go and give itself some weaponry. Oops. We have a rather big problem here. We have a freaking Thrumbo. Somehow managed to wander all its way from over the side right into our freaking inner sanctum. Why is this bad? Because these things eat everything. Well, primarily as something for Oscar to do. I've set up another growing zone here because I didn't notice this. This just here is a nice little patch of rich soil. It's a very small patch, which is why I missed it earlier, but you know, it's there. There's not much of them knocking around, but you know, we've got to take what we can get. We are nearly completely out of food. The only annoying thing is if that Thrumbo starts eating the food, we're going to have to try and kill it. It will probably kill at least 2 colonists, but if it eats all our food, all of us are going to starve to death anyway. Well, thankfully the Thrumbo seems to be more interested in the... Oh, you know, I could just be completely wrong. I was about to say, it just seems to be more interested in eating the grass, but no, now it's eating our food. Right, okay. Oh, this is going to go poorly. You normally need freaking cannons to take these things down, but we are going to have to, Oh dear. So what do we got? We've got a bow, we've got a submachine gun, and we have a assault rifle. So, open fire. Here we go. Come on, boys. We need to get it as much as you can. Oh! I paused this because I cannot believe this. The frickin' androids are going to help us. Holy crap. Right, okay. It's coming right for us. So Miri, Arimba and Oscar, get the hell out of the way. I was doing... Oh, Jesus. Bloody hell, man. Android thing. Who used a rocket launcher? Oh, okay, this is bad. Okay, what do we got? So, well, Oscar is the thing we just bought from them, has blown the hell up. Durin, okay, what do we got? Doomsday rocket launcher. Those things are meant to be used to blow up bases. What the hell is wrong with you? Okay, so he's lost a finger. Yeah, he's more hurt than anything else. Arimba's freaking leg is gone. And Miri is fine. Miri's fine. Okay, okay, right. Several things. We need to... Yes, I know Oscar's dead. Thank you. Right. Thing the first. Arimba needs to rest immediately. Miri needs to rescue... Well, first. And Miri and Durin have got a little bit of time. What Miri needs to do right now is he needs to put out these fires. Especially on the Thrumbo. We want that. No fires. Okay, fires put out. Okay. Rescue Durin. Well, our food problem has been sorted. So this is going to be a roll of the dice on whether Arimba survives this or not. Durin, although his health is low, he's just bleeding a bit. Arimba, let's see. Okay, so staunch the bleeding. It looks like Arimba might actually survive. And why is that? Because Miri, the only guy who didn't get wounded in that entire debacle, you metal bastards, is our doctor. That's why I completely lost out, completely fell out of my brain hole that that's exactly what was going on. Right, now let's clean up this quite literal pigsty. Actually, wait, why the hell do we even have the animal sleeping spots in there anymore? Okay, so Miri is going to start doing some butchering whilst Arimba and Durin rest up. Now let's see, we should get a ton of meat from this Thrumbo, and yeah, Thrumbo horn as well, and some leather. Okay, that's good, that's good. 270. So even if they're eating freaking raw, they are at least going to have some decent move. And we got a free camel out of it. The only annoying thing is that meat is going to spoil real quick. So basically we're going to have to cook it real fast. Well guys, you may have gotten blown the hell up, but look, you've got tasty Thrumbo steaks. Get them down your beard hole. Well, that was a quite little bloody few hours. Well, good thing is, we only lost one robot who we barely said hello to. Kinda feel sorry in a very minor sense of the word, but hey, we got a ton of meat now, and we can actually do some decent cooking. Oh, Miri, you really are the original MVP, man. Currently, looking at giving Arimba a peg leg, because, well, that's all we can do. Also, actually going to give Durin one as well, because his right femur has been utterly annihilated. So effectively, it's keeping his shattered leg is worse than cutting it off and giving him a peg leg at this point. But hey, it's this entire trip was a terrible idea. Miri seeking some guidance at the grave of Nice, just hoping that something better happens than a bunch of psychotic androids. Well, Durin's finally gotten up. He's very slow. He hasn't got a peg leg yet. He's kind of hobbling at the moment, but hopefully he's going to do a bit of cooking whilst Miri gets some shut-eye. Huh, interesting little thing. Durin actually refusing to cook as his main priority, and is in fact burying the android which they bought and then got blown the hell up by the people you just bought him from. So, priorities? Oh no, and now River's got freaking food poisoning. This is... I don't know if it's just because of that initial time we spent digging our way into this area, but this has proven one of the toughest starting colonies I've done. And now Miri's given himself food poisoning. Ugh. Okay, and the thrombometer's finally gone. The reason I got that is because the thrombometer only has a couple of days worth of storage when it's not refrigerated, whereas this simple meal has got a couple more days on top of it. Oh, poor Rimba's finally up and about. He still hasn't gotten his peg leg yet. Miri kind of screwed the pooch on that, but you know, at least he can hop out and at least tend to himself. And we got more caravans. Why are you people bothering to come here? Seriously. Also, major decision, although the two of the pigs were in late stage pregnancy and it would have made more sense to wait until they popped out the piglets so we had a bit more meat, they were going to consume every single meal we had, so we just had to do what we had to do. Oh, at least Rimba can now sit down and get on with the research. I actually flicked over the research. Instead of being tree sowing, which we do need to have because we do need a source of wood, I switched over to pemmican instead, because yeah, it's nowhere near as filling as simple meals, but the simple fact is that now we've got some harvest going on, sort of. It does mean that we can use the meat from animals, mix it up with the vegetables and whatnot, and we can have a longer lasting food source without having to buy it. Well, I suppose we can at least talk to these elves, see if they've got something we can trade with them. Oh, they haven't got any food. Much. I mean, they got some dogs we could... Oh, no, they do. Panther meat. But then we're basically in the same situation, aren't we? We haven't got much stuff. The thrombo fur. See, look at that. See, pigskin camel hide, about $2 or so. Thrombo fur, a tenner. Oh, boy. So that will give us a nice amount of stuff. Dried fruit. I wonder if that will last. Oh well, wait, let's get the dried fruit, and they've got some pork as well. We might as well grab that. Oh, they got a beer. Let's take the beer. Might as well get some happiness going. Right. Oh, hold the phone, my good friends. What have we got here? In the tunnel, one dead alpaca, blueberry soda, hydraulic arm, tricord implant. We have a bunch of loot. At some point in that entire debacle with the thrombo, that alpaca must have wandered in front of the gunfire. So that means we have a bunch of drinks and a bunch of very, very expensive things to get. Right. Okay, Rimba, wake the hell up. You've got some loot to go get, my lad. Now, all of these parts are android parts. So annoyingly, you know, if what's-his-face hadn't died, I keep forgetting that I can't even remember the android's name now, it does mean that we could have put those parts into him and upgraded him. The good thing about this, though, is that we can now sell these parts. Oh, Halib Bleeding Ludeon on his crippled legs is now doing the harvest. He's not doing it very well, he keeps screwing it up, but hey, we've got some food coming in. Okay, let's actually have a quick chat with these elves and see if they will take these components with them. Nope, no they won't. Well, it was worth a try. So excuse me, Mr. Long Pointy-Eared Bowman who lives in the forest, do you want to buy these robot parts? Yeah, well, a robot happens to be a metal servant. Oh, you're walking away. Okay. Oh, and now Rimba is visiting Niece. I really quite like this. I mean, it's great my brother Niece wasn't dead at all, but it is kind of nice that, you know, they're still coming to visit their friends, you know, because quite often what I find in Rimworld is that once you get other, technically this counts as recreation in a morbid fashion, but once you get a lot of forms of recreation, they just don't visit the graves anymore. So it's quite nice that they're giving him a little bit of visit. And just while they do their thing in the background, one thing I want to show you this is under the history tab. It gives you a bunch of information about messages you receive, statistics about what you're playing out and so forth, but the graph is more important because in a way this shows you what difficulty you can expect to have. So you can see now I've grabbed those items that were in the tunnel. My wealth in items has skyrocketed. You know, it was roughly about 5,000 or so, and it is now Ha! Just shy of 20. So really what I want is the next trader that comes along that can take these robot parts, I sell them like instantly, because that means that those raids which have killed one member of our crew, oh dear, oh, expect that several times worse. Just quickly gotten the lads out of their little bone huts because we've got a bonkers emu incoming. Hopefully we should be able to take it down before it gets close enough to... really, guys? Really? You, that rubbish. Okay, minor scratches. Yeah, doing's alright. Oh, god damn it. And now we have the Mist event. So the Mist Stalkers are back. So now people are going to go absolutely bonkers. Ugh. Jiminy Christmas? Seriously? Let's see, maybe... I think it was, wasn't it Durin who really got freaked out by these guys? Because Arimba doesn't give a damn. Miri is just kind of like, well, that's a bit strange. I thought, wasn't it Durin who like kind of went a bit mad? Not mad, but he really didn't like them. Can't blame him, to be brutally honest. Oh, Durin, now Durin's got food poisoning. God damn it. Okay, we got our raid. I knew it was going to come. Fortunately, it's just one guy with a club, and he's going to prepare for a while. So we got time. Oh, unless... Of course, these... I was about to say, unless the travellers... Oh, damn, Colonist needs rescue. What the hell happened to you? Dury just collapsed. Okay, so... we'll grab the simple meal first. That's... we need that quite badly. Yeah, no, it's just a bloody food poisoning. That's what got him. I really do love how Arimba just does not give a damn about the Mist Stalkers. There's these creepy things in the mist whispering things which should not be, and Arimba's just going like, bitch, my leg just got blown off by an android with a rocket launcher that's designed to kill buildings. What are you talking about again? Oh, and now our one surviving animal, Pudget, the giant boar thingy, has now got the flu, so looks like we're going to be eating wild boar kind of soonish. Here he comes. Open fire, boys. And try not to suck. No, hit him once. Just once would be nice. Alright, fine, just maim him. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? You downed both of them. And now you're kidnapping Arimba, you absolute... Can you get up, Durin? No, Durin cannot walk because he's got food poisoning. Son of a bitch. Okay, what's his health like? Oh no. We only damaged him. That's it. Oh, Arimba's gone. Arimba is gone. Need a freaking miracle. Need a miracle here. Oh, god damn it. Seriously, but you guys suck. Seriously, you had a clear shot all the way at extreme range and you missed every single one. It's going to be one bloke on his own at the moment, this way this is going. Ah, Durin, you're up. Right, okay. Your orders? Beat the living shit out of that android. Fortunately, he is going rather slowly considering he's carrying a guy and he is taking a quite circuitous route. Durin is going to catch up with him. We might actually get Arimba back. So Durin, just charge out of the darkness, hack him in the back. You have got a frickin' axe after all. He's only got a club. Thank you, Mr. Autosave. You've got to be able to get him. Come on, he's literally just standing there. Oh, nearly down. There we are, finally. Right. Hack the git to death. There we go. Right. How's Arimba's health? Okay. Bashed up, but not hurt. There we are. Oh, bloody hell, Durin cut his flipping head off. Cool, blimey guys, come on, that was so close. That could not have been much closer. If Durin had not gone over his food poisoning at that exact moment, Arimba would be gone. Oh, and Arimba's up. Huh. I genuinely didn't know that this soda would count as food. And it can't go off. That's interesting. Right, well, I'm denying that to them. Also deny the dried fruit as well. Keep on the fresh stuff, guys. Oh, and blimey, did that guy... that android literally smashed Arimba's freaking shirt off. What's up? Oh, blimey, things are not going well for them. But what I have done up here, I've given them a little bit of security. I've just realised we have still got a decent amount of steel from when we mined out this little storage hole in the first place. So we could put together some sandbags. As for why on earth sandbags are made out of steel rather than cloth and dirt, don't ask me. And also got this here of just making a little mud moat. So hopefully if any other freaking melee guys just charge in, they're going to be slowed down and my guys might actually be able to hit them. What's going on here? Okay, some geopolitical stuff. These guys could not give a shit less about them. Oh, and Durin's visiting Oscar now. That's nice. Ish. Be much nicer if both Nice and Oscar were alive. They could actually help us, because at the moment we're quite literally repairing ourselves, just getting going with maybe, you know, actually doing some planting, growing food, etc. And then we get smacked in the face. Quite hard. Well, Pudget the boar is now a huge big pile of meat, because she wasn't doing too well with the flu, and because of all of the nonsense these poor lads have had to deal with, they haven't been able to maintain her trading, which is kind of a new thing recently in Rimworld, at least to my knowledge, that training can go back down, especially with animals. So since she lost her obedience, next she would lose being tame at all, and then we would have a quite literal wild boar wandering around the base, and she might decide to try and eat one of these poor sods. So, yeah, not going to let that happen on my watch, so now we're eating her. Miri's not very happy about it, because for some reason he liked the smelly thing, but hey, steaks are better, mate. Oh, now this is interesting. A caravan from the Dwarven Hill clans is approaching, but Durin's brother Colin is in it. Seriously, Colin the dwarf? Okay. Oh, small freaking world. Hopefully we might be able to trade the android parts to them. Unfortunately, having a relationship in a caravan like that doesn't really mean anything. Later on, yeah, is a way I could possibly recruit family members like that, but unfortunately you can't just say, hey bruv, do you want to join me and my 3 mostly dead mates, and the one in that number is actually dead? No? Okay, fair enough. So now these guys are here. Let's see now. Who's best to talk to them? Let's see. Talking. We want talking as... Okay. Well, that's Durin, but he's doing essential work. So hold on a tick, Miri. You need to trade with these guys. Where the hell is Colin, anyway? Colin the dwarf. How dumb can you get? There we are, Colin. So, Durin, what's your brother like? Too smart haggler who invents stuff on his spare time, and despite all that is mainly interested in punching things. Yep, that makes sense. Right, annoyingly, these guys do not want the android components. I'm kind of regretting picking those up now, because there's not really much I can do. I can't destroy them. The best I can do is leave them outside and hope that they decay quickly. That's really it. Let's see. Diddly dee. I could get some meat from them, same again, but I seem to just have the meat get rotted before I could really do anything with it. So I think it makes more sense to get the berries, because they do give me a little bit more time to do something with them. And let's round myself down to a nice 0, or as nearest makes no difference. 44 berries for a ton of pigskin. Alright, okay. Well, whatever, we don't have a choice. Half of me is kind of curious as to what these merchants are thinking. They heard about there's a new little dwarf colony going on inside this old abandoned volcano in the desert, so they thought, let's go have a look-see, and they find an ocean of blood all the way from the entrance as near as makes no difference. And when they finally get inside, there's 3 kind of nearly dead dwarves, and Whoever's selling them this information is really, really screwing them over. Speaking of screwing over, just had a look at that guy that tried to kidnap a Rimba. Yeah, there was a reason he was beating the living snot out of us. Look. He had very, very good fighting skills. And he also hates humanity. Well, I suppose maybe we're just the right sort of pinky shape for him to be rather unpleasant. Oh, now ain't that just sweet of them. Colin saw his poor brother on this doomed excursion and thought, you know what, I think I'll leave him some freaking medicine just in case he needs it. You know, considering the two guys with him are kind of half dead and he himself really kind of doesn't have a foot anymore. Brotherly love. Right, after some time, Mary's finally back on his feet and is now building our little sort of sandbag emplacement, otherwise known as Desperation. Durin is doing a decent job with re-sowing all of our crop fields. So, yeah. Oh, and Arimba's finally up and about on his one leg. he's quite literally hopping to it, and I'm going to keep making that joke because I can't think of another one. Going for a walk. I just realised what he's doing. Okay, Arimba has finally researched our pemmican, so we can at least now start making some more long-term food storage solutions because what we need to get is we need to get electricity, we need to get freaking solar panels and batteries, and then we can actually have a fridge. Yeah, that's what it takes to get a goddamn fridge in this game. It's kind of a bit silly. I'm going to hold off research just for the moment, mainly so Arimba can get going with harvesting, because food production is still our main concern. Still, after all this flipping time, that's our main concern, is just getting some freaking food in this place. Okay, Miri, why hell cut blocks? We don't need blocks at the moment. I don't know why you're doing that. Okie doke, right, now we've had a little bit of time pass. We've gotten into a decent rhythm. We're still very, very scant on resources, but now that these guys are healed up, it's time to put them under the anaesthetic and put those peg legs on, because they are moving so slowly with one leg missing entirely and one leg basically being a bone stick at the moment. Nice one, Miri. So Arimba has now got... Yep, he's now got a peg leg. So 60% efficiency versus 0%. Yep, as I said, it ain't pretty, but we're in a survival situation. And you never know, we might get lucky and find some bionics down the road. If the wolves can accept bionics. Hey, 2 full successes. Nice work, Miri. Good, dwarf. The one good thing I did forget to mention is this little statistic in the bottom right here. Yeah, we are, because we're in the, I suppose you could call it the desert biome. It's arid scrubland, but it's basically desert without the dunes. But we're in a permanent summer, so there's not going to be any cold snaps of any kind, hopefully. So it does mean that once we are up and running properly, we're going to be basically harvesting constantly, which is a damn good thing. Okay, and while these guys are just ticking along, you know, not much is happening, I thought what I'd do is I'll get started on the actual designs of the fortress itself. Now, theoretically, while I could plug up this little corridor I dug in to get to the central area up, that's going to take a hell of a long time, because I can't just build wall all the way here, because what they're going to do is they'll build a wall here first and then just go, well, can't get to the rest. You know, the logic, it's just not great more than anything else. So that's going to have to be our entrance here on the top right. What we can do, however, is build basically everywhere else in here, unless we hit caverns, which may or may not occur. We should just have good old solid rock to deal with. So we need to plan out our little fortress. So obviously this is going to be our farming area here. Obviously this is all going to get tidied up later on, and that's just going to be the main farm we could do. We could farm on the edges, but more likely what's going to have to happen is we're going to have to go with hydroponics, which is growing indoors, or finding out some way of growing mushrooms if we manage to get some nice dirty floors going. Hopefully. But first we need to, I suppose what I could do is that this southern bit of the fort is going to be the first time. This is going to be our upgrade from the bone dome and little bits of wood as well. But fundamentally what I need to do first is I need to have a living area, I need to have a work area, and I need to have a storage area. First, so obviously first thing I'll have the storage here. They have got that little area at the moment, but this is going to be for when this is all farming, so that's going to be our food store. Actually no, that makes far more sense, because we're going to need a large refrigerated area. We should have our fridge basically here, which will mean we will want so let's see, so airlock, so that's going to be kitchen stroke dining hall. I think is probably the best way to go around that. So across the way from the dining hall we're going to want to have our frickin' bedrooms. Alright, so what I need a decent size for them. So 2 for, 1 for door, 1 for vent. For temperature, let's see, so I'm going to want, let's give them something fairly decent. Let's say let's say an 8 by 8. That's plenty of space for them. Okay, so that's the bedroom sorted. I should probably get Miri started on the mining here, so you can at least get cracking. So working, eating, and now we do want the workshop. So that's going to need to be a fairly large area. Let's say, yeah, that should be a decent sized workshop for a decent chunk of the game. And just here on the underside, oh, area revealed. Okay, so this inner area, it's not a full solid rock wall, it's more like well, it's literally the inside of a volcano, so it'll be concave. So anyway, so research area. So realistically, I want this long and thin, and double it up. Let's do 8 by 9. So we can have a lot of nice area here. Salt, okay, that might be handy for preservation, but at a much later date. Got a good amount of potatoes going. Let's see, Arimba. Yeah, well, it makes sense if they dig this out. At the very least, they can get out of the bone dome, and they can at least have their own little caves, which it's better than nothing. Really, that's the attitude we've got to have at the moment. Because with this little hall, there is actually a very good defense I can do with it. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. You will see it when it turns up, because that's basically going to be the only way I can defend this place against the majority of the attacks which I'll encounter. Yeah, but Miri is sure as hell a quick digger. Arimba not so much, but at least the handy dandy thing is that I suppose thematically we could say that they just have the tools with them rather than they're literally smashing their faces against the rock, because fortuitously you don't need to actually have tools as a thing in Rimworld. You can get some mods which give you some tools which make you dig faster, you know, farm quicker, etc, 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 but you've got to make them. And what are we going to make them with? Wishes? Okay, that's the mining on the bedrooms done. So let's see, so yeah, we had some animals wandering last night. Stupid things, so they got shot and are now going to get et. So we're actually burning through them potatoes quite fast. Oh, hello ostrich. You're going to be eaten. One other small-scale problem we do have is this. This is the hill root area. And as you notice, ain't planted. And I was trying to figure out why. That's because when Nice planted the hill root, he actually had the ability to do so. These guys don't. None of them have the requisite level in their... let's see. I'll see if I can show you. Yeah, in their bio. None of them have plants at an 8. We need an 8 in order to get hill root. This could be a problem. But they are going out and about. Oh yeah, because I designated all this stuff so long ago. Completely forgot about it. I think really that just shows how disastrous these first few months have been. Actually, not even months, days. because these guys have only just now going out to these bits on the fringe where I was like, hey, you know, maybe get that bit of tree, and then everyone decided to try and kill us. Multiple times. Oh shit, Emu's pissed. Emu pissed. Okay, that could have been nasty. How you doing, Durin? Scratch. Could be worse. Wait, scratch? Or was that crack? No, it bit him in the peg leg. Alright, suit thyself. These animals really are desperate if they come in here. I mean, seriously, can they not just smell like the ocean of blood? Oh no, the most deadly animal of all, the chinchilla. Pack of manhunters have entered the area. So we've got an angry chinchilla, basically. That's just kind of sad. But I have long learned not to underestimate the freaking wildlife around here. So, fire in the hole, guys. I mean, it's a chinchilla. Bang, 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 and then Miri basically kicks it to death. Cargo pods. What do we got in the cargo pods? We have lembas bread. Okay, fine. Still slag chunk would be more useful, but you know what? If I can take it. Also, one thing I will do is I'll cancel all these stupid orders I've got out here, except for the ones I just put on. Damn it! And now we got mad freaking camels. Where are you? Got the alert. Oh, there you are. Oh, blimey, you're moving fast. Oh, well, actually, yeah, we can... Are you in the tunnel? Okay, you're in the tunnel. Okay, boys, drop what you're doing. Get in the bone dome defences. Right, let's see if you guys can actually hit the broadside of a barn door this time, especially when it's the size of a freaking camel. Ah, and the mud moat did its job. That is very handy indeed. When we finally have some rain in this freaking desert, that's good. That's going to make the plants grow nice and quickly, at least. Here's a thunderstorm though. We need to be careful for fires, because knowing my luck, I'll probably strike one of the guys. Well, considering where they left off on the last episode, and considering all of the nonsense that's happened this time, these guys haven't done too badly. They've finally gotten a decent amount of food going. It's ticking along quite nicely. We finally started production. We're digging a prisoner rescue quest? Yeah, that's not happening, buddy. We really need other people, but we're not going to go and take on freaking machine gun turrets, thank you. So yeah, the fortress has finally started to be built. We've got some basic bedrooms started, nearly done. Yeah, I forgot as well to add a hospital. You do need that quite badly. Also near the entrance as well, so you can get to hurt people there nice and fast. But really, what I hope next time to do is to get this research on tree sowing done, so that we can plant up some trees, so we can get some wood going. There are a fair few things which you can build out of steel and stone instead of wood. Problem with that, however, is that eventually, although the stone stuff nice and easy, so long as you... What the hell? What the hell's this? Miri has experienced a fevered night, but in it there are huge winged demons of carved of basalt eyes vomiting from wide grinning mouths, weird green and orange light, a hidden pneumatic pipes ruffled into kaleidoscopic dances of death, the lines of red charnel things in hand-woven voluminous black hangings. +3 difficulty modifier, Miri resisted with iron will. What the hell? I have never seen that. What mod is that from? I can't even remember. So, okay, random ending aside, Miri nearly went bonkers from a nightmare. I didn't even know that could happen. I completely forget which freaking mod that's from. So with Miri narrowly avoiding going completely and utterly batshit insane, yeah, I'm gonna leave this episode here. So we've got a plan for next time. Finish the tree sowing so we can start getting some wood going. Finish carving out these little areas here so we can at least get inside, because all of this outdoor production has really slowed me down, let alone all of the freaking attacks and all of that jazz. One of the other things I want to do is I want to start putting doors in this tunnel. It does slow down getting in and out, but unless I really need to go out, unless I'm desperate for food and I have to go hunting outside, then really don't need to. So it would make far more sense even if it slowed down caravans as well. Raiders would get to the first door and they'd have to bash it down, and it would take time, and I can literally just remake the blocks from this entire mountain I'm from. And even if in the future I run out of mountain, which is not going to happen, I can just trade for it. Or I can go on the world map, pop along a couple doors down, do a little mining trip. But that is way down the line. The other way. For the moment, thank you very much indeed for watching this silly little episode of mine. If you enjoyed it, have a look-see at the channel, see if there's anything else I've done which takes your fancy. If so, have a little look-see. By means, my friend. Subscribe if you want to, but most importantly, please be wonderful to each other. Good night.